Easy, this is Alex Moss, aka Mos SoulMotion, and you're in my studio today. And big up MXT TV. Thank you. I've got coming out on Celsius Recordings. Big shout to Celsius Recordings, by the way. Yeah, so I'll run you through the studio. It's pretty basic, to be honest. I mean, I've just got a MacBook Pro laptop with some Mackie MR5 MK2 monitors, which are like good sounds. They're true sounds. So you know, very good value for money. And yeah, we've got my audio MIDI keyboard here for recording the melodies and getting some just general vibes down, and that's all there is to it, really. I mean, I don't use a lot of hardware or anything like that. I mostly use a lot of software plugins and a lot of things a lot of presets and stuff like that you can kind of use with Logic or whatever interface you're using. I do plan on getting some hardware at some points, but at the moment I'm getting quite a nice sound out of these ones I've got on the computer, so that seems to be working pretty well for me. But yeah, this is basically the studio where the magic happens. That's Melvin over there. He's the vibe commander. He makes sure that all the vibes are regulated at a high standard and the tunes are coming out strong. So yeah, that's Melvin's job, and that's it really. Basically, I've just finished off an album for Celsius, as I said, and I'll play you a little teaser. Actually, this is the first track, entitled Hysteria, and it's Mos Faded EP coming out on the 31st of August. And the EP is very. I mean, I'm quite known for making a lot of liquid and some more summery kind of stuff, but you know, this is all it's a lot deeper, a lot more moody, a lot more atmospheric, emotional. But you know, this is like 6 months in the work really. I've kind of spent 4, 5, 6 months just getting everything ready and waiting on tunes and then making new ones, and you know, but it's all come together now and it's all sent off, so I'm happy about that. But this is the project as we rolled. It's got 72 layers, and it probably could be a bit more organised, to be honest. But I know where everything is, you know. I should probably name stuff and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's sounding nice as well.
Just break it down, just tell them what.
I mean, basically,
even how you started making that beat, you know.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the story with this one is I just found this string sample that I really liked, and I made some nice rolling drums for that, and got it on a loop, and I started playing around with some chords and some pads and a few melodies, and got a nice little cheeky vocal in there, and it's come on pretty well. And I think it's generally the bass line that makes it, because it's nice and rolling and keeps it alive, keeps it flowing, you know. But yeah, it's just a lot of atmospheric, moody sounds. Like I said, I mean, you've got the drums here, and these are all your atmospheric pads and a few melodies I've played with some chords, and then we've got the low end. This is all just your bass, you know, a few other bits, and that's pretty much the track, really. And that's that's it, really. I mean, the inspiration behind this was just, I think it was just the way I was feeling at the moment. I might have been feeling a bit angry or a bit emotional, or, you know, I don't know. These tunes the best tunes always come out when you're inspired from something that's happened in your life. So, you know.
What's it called?
The EP or
the tune
track.
Yeah.
The tune's called Hysteria. It's the first track. There's 4 tracks, and this is the first one. But it's called Mos EP. And I mean, name's Mos, but I work with a guy called Philly as well. Centric, he's my boy, and I make tunes with him, and then when we make tunes we're called SoulMotion, and we make a lot more kind of liquidy vibes sort of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's quite exciting to do a solo project, which is quite cool. So
what are we expecting from you in the future?
I've actually got a list. For releases, I've got the Celsius EP, and I've got a track called Silver Haze, which I made 2 years ago, which is actually coming out next month on Soldier Recordings. So big up Scott Allen for that. And I've got the SoulMotion Colossus release. We've got 2 releases actually. One coming out on Limitless, and one coming out on Rush. And then there's I've got an instrumental hip hop EP as well coming out. That's for my boy Mo Taha, Inform Records, big up Inform and all the crew. I've also got tracks with my boy Vector, they're going to get done at some point, and a few other little bits. So I've got so much music, man, it's just waiting for the right labels to come across and get them out, you know, to the right people.
So who's your ideal label you guys be signed to?
Well, Focus, and that's actually happened now. I've got a vinyl release there.
Go on, show me then. Give me a preview, man. Look at it.
Yeah. Basically, this is probably my favourite label. I've been buying Focus vinyls and merchandise since I've been 20, you know, and 7 years down the line, I've actually managed to get a vinyl release. So it's quite cool to have my name on a vinyl. You know, I didn't think it was ever going to happen. So big up Marco from Focus for that. Yeah, so it's a good feeling, you know. That's a big milestone reached, and we've just had me and Centric, the SoulMotion thing. We've just had a track played on Radio 1 as well, which is also pretty mind blowing. You know, that's reached a lot of people. And, you know, a lot of people are going to hear that. So yeah, that's pretty exciting as well. But that was that track, pretty much done. I've always been into dance music. I've never really been into like indie or, you know, bands or anything like that, pop music, nothing like that. So I was into dance music, and when I was about 11, my uncle bought me a pair of all-in-one CD decks, and I just started playing around on that, and I used to do kids parties and school discos and stuff like that, but I could never really mix. I was always just kind of fading it in and out, you know, and one day I just done it. I just got it in, and kept practicing. It was a bit of a fluke really, but I kind of just taught myself from there. And then I think when I was 18, my dad bought me some Technics, and I started practicing, and I was a bit of a natural. Like, I think within 4 or 5 months of mixing, I was a resident at a few of the local clubs and nights around here. So that was quite exciting, and it just grew and grew really. I ended up playing in Taiwan and playing at Breakneck and a few of the other big ones down here, which is quite a big thing. And then I just got a MacBook and started making music. And yeah, I don't play any instruments. I'm not musically trained. I have no real music theory, but I've just kept going, and throughout the years I've managed to actually teach myself how to make melodic music, and kind of just progress from there really. I mean, it's been a slow progression over the course of about 5 years, and you know, from when I started I was just a man with a laptop and a pair of headphones, and now you know, I've got releases, vinyl releases on labels that I thought I'd never get signed to, and you know, plays on Radio 1 and 1 Extra, and I've got my idols playing my tunes, which is crazy, man. It's a good feeling. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. You know, so that's cool. So I've just kept going and kept going, and music's my life, man. You know, I've really damaged my ears making music. I've got tinnitus. It's like constant ringing in my ears. But despite that, I just can't stop doing it. I'm just so driven to do it all the time, and so inspired, and yes, it's all just.
So who are your inspirations?
It's all just come together, really. Inspirations, I'd say, probably a man called Caliber, Lensman, people like Red Eyes, Random Movement, all the old D&B heads back in the day that used to make all the old school liquids. And I used to listen to that and think, yeah, that's sick. That's what I want. That's what I want to make. And yeah, it just happened, really. Like I've obviously listened to their music and then kind of trying to make something not the same, but something on that sort of vibe, you know. And yeah, it's just taken me a while to find my sound and get there. But now I'm on a steady path, and they've definitely been the main sort of inspirations. Inspired from a lot of jazz and stuff as well. People like Bill Evans and Sarah Vaughan, and I love all the orchestral music with that and the vocals, and I like to kind of, you know, have that input on my music as well. So that's cool. But yeah, they were the main inspirations back in the day, I'd say, and my granddad as well, because my granddad showed me so much jazz music, which has inspired me, which I've now put into my music. So you know, big thanks to my granddad for that, and a lot of friends and other people that are doing it before me. Really, they've all just, you know, I've just got inspired by what they've been doing, and just started doing it myself. And I guess hard work and dedication does pay off. You know, it's a bit of a bumpy ride, but if you want it enough, you'll get there. You'll get it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the main inspirations, I'd say.
Yeah, nice.
To be honest. Was there any more questions?
Future collaborations. Who would you like to collaborate with?
The collaborations. I mean, as I say at the moment, there's. I mean, I make stuff on my own, but the majority of stuff I make is with a guy called Centric, and that's the whole SoulMotion thing. We're mostly pushing that, and we're doing stuff with a guy called Colossus as well, and my boy Vector as well. So shout to them too. You know, that's the collabs I've been doing, but I'd like to collab with other artists as well. Probably a producer called Seven, who makes very similar stuff to me, but he absolutely kills it. I don't know how he manages to get so many vibes in a tune. It's ridiculous. And Random Movement, I say the inspiration back in the day, because he's making similar kind of stuff, and that would also be pretty cool to collab with him. And I'd say Red Eyes as well. Red Eyes from France. I'm chatting to him quite a lot, and he's doing a lot of good stuff. You know, he's been there right from the start, making bangers. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna have a little collab with him, and just keep pushing it, really. But I'll say that's probably my hope for future collaborations, and anyone that wants to, really. And you know, I'm always up for making music with people, so give me a shout. Give me a holler.
You heard it.
Yeah,
everyone did.
Yeah, so yeah, big up Mixer TV. Thanks for coming down and interviewing me in my lab about my new album and bits coming. And yeah, thank you. This has been me here doing what I do, and yeah, see you soon. Big up Mixer TV.